Guys, welcome back to Epitagas Dumbbox, and in this video I will talk about basic operations in R. So these are the topics we will talk about, and I will show you how to start writing your first program in R. So we will start with very basic concept, that is assigning some value to a variable. So just like in any other programming language, equal to sign is used to assign any value to a variable. So let's assume we need to assign value 5 to variable x, that is x equal to 5. So that value 5 will be assigned to variable x. But in R programming, instead of equal to, left arrow, that is less than symbol and hyphen, it is used as assignment operator. So in case I want to assign value 5 to variable x, I will write x left arrow 5. So that means this value 5 is assigned to variable x. Okay. Now if I want to check the value of x, I can just put x and click hit on enter, so it will show me the value. Okay. So this is assigning a particular number to a variable. You can assign any name as well. So I am taking variable y and assigning value ap daga. So now I'll check the value of y. So the string, that is character, is assigned to y. Now we'll talk about what can be assigned and what are the data types and each and everything. So since this is a console, when I write directly the name of the variable and hit enter, I can see the value, right? But while writing a script, if I want to print any kind of value of any variable, I can use function print as well, print x, right? Then print y. So this is how I can print the values. Now apart from that, if I want to create a sequence, like sequence of 1 to 20, okay, I can do that as well. If you are familiar with MATLAB, then it will be very easy for you. So I will take a variable z and I will assign value 1 to 20. That means it will create a sequence of 1 to 20 with step size of 1, that is hit enter. Now I will print the value of z. See, so this created a sequence from 1 to 20, right? Similarly, I will try some other things. So z1 will write 2, step size cannot be given it here like MATLAB. No, this is not possible over here. So in MATLAB we can do that, but here it is not possible. So forget about it. And now about printing this z. So here you can see this 1, what this indicates. So I'll show you. I'll make the size like this, and now if I print z, you can see instead of 1 I got this 1 and 12. So whenever you print the value of sequence on the console, so whatever is the position, the index of this first number, that is written over here. So this is the first element in the sequence, that's why 1. This is the 12th element in the sequence, that's why it is 12. So the position index of the first number printed on that line is written over here. Okay, that's it guys. After that we'll talk about the data types. Okay, so there are 5 atomic data types in R, that is character, numeric, integer, complex and logical. Now we'll talk about that and I will show you what is the difference. So when I write name ap daga, so this is the data type of the variable name is character. How to check that? You can write class of variable name. Okay, you can see it is character. Okay, now there might be confusion in your mind, like what is the difference between numeric and integer. Okay, so I'll show you. When I write x is equal to 5, okay, and if I check the class of 5, sorry, class of x, you can see it is numeric. Okay, And if I want to specifically mention it as a integer, then what I'll do, I'll write x equal to, I'm saying it equal to, but it is assignment operator, 5, and I'll write L explicitly. So it will assign it as an integer. So if I write class of x, it is integer. Got it? So this is the difference between numeric and integer. Now complex, I can assign some another value, like I will take variable as comp as a variable name. I will write 2 plus 3i. Here I indicates the imaginary part. Okay, so if I write comp, so this is the value, it is the complex number, and if I want to check class of comp, it is complex, the data type is complex. Now what is remaining? The logical. So logical is like true, false, 1, 0. It is similar to boolean data type, which is used in the most of the programming languages. So I'll take variable like I'll take a flag, it is the name of the variable, and I'll write true. Okay, I'll take another flag 1, it should be capital letters, right? True and false, it is a keyword, so you should write it in capital letters. So if I print the value of flag, it is true. If I print the value of flag 1, it is false. So instead of writing true and false completely, you can use shorthand as well. That is, I'll take another variable flag 2 and I'll write T, and I'll take another variable flag 3 and I'll write F. It is also in capital. It is shorthand, guys. If I print the value of flag 2, it is again true, and flag 3, it is false. And if I want to check the class of any of above variable like flag or flag 2, anything, or flag 3, so it is logical. So it is like the data type boolean. So this is the basic, guys. This is how you can start by, like, these are the basic data types, atomic data types. Apart from that, there are some other data types like vector, list, and everything. We'll talk about it in our next video, and we'll talk about the data type numeric in more details in our next video first. And that's it, guys. If you have any kind of doubt in this topic, you can put it in the comment box and I'll clarify that. I'll try to do it best from my end. This is Akshay Daga. If you like my videos, please click on the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and all these commands, everything will be given in the description. The link will be given in the description. Do visit my blog. Thank you very much. This is Akshay Daga signing off.